2025 has some very exciting, unique cultural events around the world that you're going to want to know about if you're planning to travel this year. Think FIFA World Cup beach soccer in the Seychelles, the Futuristic Expo in Japan. There are 5 I'm going to share today and how you can make the most of your trip with additional cultural experiences. It's Lily. Welcome back to Tourism Lens, where I talk to you about meaningful, responsible travel. This year, there are lots of events that are taking place that I personally would love to attend as well, although I probably won't make all of them. But if you're planning to go to these destinations or you're looking for inspiration, it's a great place to start. Let's dig into it. The FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup is taking place in the Seychelles from May 1 to May 11, 2025 on Mahé Island, which is the main inhabited island in the Seychelles. Beautiful archipelago that I've personally been dying to visit. Did you know the Seychelles is east of Kenya, about 1,000 miles east? But the tournament itself will take place for the first time on the African continent. So there will be 16 teams from around the world competing in this beach FIFA Soccer World Cup. Previous winners included Portugal and Brazil. So there are lots of events that are going to be happening around those 10 days that will be cultural, but you also can extend your trip since you're traveling that far and add additional traditional community-based or community-led experiences that will make a difference. For example, spend a full day of Creole cultural experiences on Mahé Island at Le Domaine du Val de Pré, which is like a cultural village, and you can learn all about Creole cooking. You can learn some of the arts and crafts that are traditional. This is one of many adventures and experiences that are based on history and culture on this website, SeychellesCulturalEncounters.com. It was launched to celebrate the island's history and cultural heritage and present it in a way that is accessible to both tourists and locals. Number 2 is Japan Expo 2025. Now, this is very exciting. If you've never been to Japan, I haven't. And it's a great chance to go to Expo as well as visit some of the other parts of the country. Expo will take place from April 13 to October 13, 2025. And the theme this year officially is Designing Future Society for Our Lives. So it's all about shaping a future society with a focus on innovation, sustainability, and cultural exchange. There will be exhibitions, events, field experiments, thematic projects, very much in line with Expo. As you know, is a massive, massive exhibit that brings in millions of visitors from around the world. Get your ticket to Expo, but then also go and see other parts. Personally, I want to go to Kyushu Island. I might even want to book like a walking itinerary from a community-focused tour operator. I'm really excited that this is happening because it's a very good excuse to go to Japan, which has been on my radar. Italy Jubilee 2025 kicked off on Christmas Eve and will be ongoing until January 6, 2026. At the start of Christmas Mass Eve, Pope Francis pushes open the Holy Door on St. Peter's Basilica, and it will stay open throughout the year to allow an estimated 32 million pilgrims projected to visit Rome and will be passing through. Now, the Jubilee takes place every 25 years. It's basically a holy year. Rome, Florence, Venice are expecting large crowds, very large crowds. So my recommendation is to, go to Rome and then you can head to Sicily. I spent some time in Sicily last year and it was absolutely fantastic around May. Watch some of my Sicily footage that I gave previews of in my reels. Where in Sicily? I recommend Ortigia and Siracusa. Super beautiful, scenic, coastal town that is now kind of, yes, touristy, but there are still corners you can find and streets you can find that are free of cruise travelers. You also want to pay attention to the cruise schedule, so if you don't want to be there when a cruise is in port, you can do that as well. Morocco was the center of attention in 2022 during the World Cup when it made the quarterfinals. In 2025, December, they will be hosting the Africa Cup of Nations, very popular event for the African continent. As you know, they're very deeply into soccer. Official word on the venues is yet to come, but the expectation is that stadiums in the following cities will be hosting the World Cup, possibly Rabat, Casablanca, Tangier, Fez, Marrakesh, and Agadir. For some inspiration on some of the cultural activities you can do while you're in Morocco around this event, you can check my Morocco video and some of the highlights that I experienced while I was there that I highly recommend. Last but not least, Egypt. The Grand Egyptian Museum has been talked about for more than a decade now. It is almost complete. We don't know yet the grand full opening, but the museum has been opening partially some of its exhibits and spaces to the public, so you can now actually go and buy a ticket and and see some of the rooms, but it's not fully open. And it will be fully opened when it includes the Tutankhamun galleries and Khufu's Boats Museum. Now, to add cultural experiences to your trip to Egypt, I personally have this on my wish list. A sail down the Nile, but I want to go to Aswan and I want to see the Nubian villages and meet some of the Nubian communities there. So there you have it. 5 amazing events that are definitely worth planning around if you're hoping to venture to these countries this year or if you're looking for inspiration. Remember that it would be really great to incorporate as many of these cultural experiences as you can so that your money is flowing through the local economy and going to local entrepreneurs, whether it's the hotel or the tour operator that you book. So which one of these is the most tempting to you? For me, it's definitely Japan, the Seychelles. If you have any questions, leave in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more conscious travel inspiration here at Tourism Lens. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a fabulous week.